you a Yoshi?
I'm not a goddamn Yoshi!
Where did you get that muffin? Muffin button? Quack!
What a majestic creature.
I'm hunting you.
There is a lot of not killing Goku going on right now.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Talkcast Podshow, the #1 show on the internet, coming to you live from scenic Lanimania. For those watching this, yes, we have a YouTube version and a podcast version, so the audio-only people are missing a visual aspect of this, but that's cool. Who am I joined with here today? Would you guys care to introduce yourselves?
Hi, I'm doing it first. Shut up. Hi, he doesn't matter. I'm Kirran. Hello. You have emotions? I don't have emotions. For anybody that can't watch
I'm
this,
Grant.
Sounds great.
Real life problems. So I figure, with all this social distancing going on, it's good to be able to hang out together, guys. Just hanging out here on this island. This game, I feel like, came out at the perfect time.
Yes. No, like, this could not have been timed better, honestly, other than maybe like a week or two earlier.
And of course, we are talking about Animal Crossing. We are live on an island, and it is just the perfect Zen game to chill out to. Also, perfectly synergistic with another game that came out on the same day, Doom Eternal.
Nah, yeah, those things go hand in hand for sure.
Most def. So how have you guys been? How have you guys been doing? Have you been these? Because I haven't seen you guys in over a week at this point now.
Yeah. Well, Kirran, you were so gung ho to talk last time. You go first.
Oh, okay. No, I've been good. I mean, I mostly stay at home anyway, so this whole social distancing thing didn't really, doesn't really bother me none. I'm cool. I stay at home. I work on video games. Been streaming and stuff, and this game is super relaxing. I didn't realize how much it eat my soul. So now my sleep schedule is all screwed up to the point where I can get shit and then stay awake till 6 and have stuff when the store opens. So yeah, that's what I've been up to.
How about you, Grant?
Yeah, I'm not too different. I've also kind of lost a lot of time to this game and messed up my sleep schedule accordingly. The other thing I've been doing with some of the stay-at-home time that I've had is kind of checking out shows that I've never watched before, just because, like, hey, what are you going to do? Let's just watch a couple episodes of something random. And show I don't think I would really recommend, but I've already watched into the second season, is The League. I don't give a shit about football or fantasy football, but it's a bunch of assholes who have a fantasy football league together. And really, the comedy of it is just a group of men tormenting each other over a competition you are never actually seeing take place. And I think that's kind of fun.
That sounds so fun.
Like you don't ever actually see anything like really details about the football, but you just see one guy being like, "I won last year's league, so I'm literally fucking the trophy we made for it before I hand it off to whoever gets it this year," and like just shit like that. I'm like, all right, I can get into this. And
that's great. Where the subject material is basically the background.
Yeah, and it's just in these times of social distancing, it's nice to see a group of friends just really mess with each other.
It's like. I've been watching a lot. I've been binging a lot of stuff, too. I binged my way through Altered Carbon Season 2. I binged my way through both seasons of Kingdom, which was very good. That was at Taka's suggestion. For those listening to it's basically feudal Korea, and there is a zombie virus outbreak. It's really cool.
Huh.
Yeah.
I heard people talking about it. I had no idea that's what it was. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, apparently it's by the same guy that did Train to Busan, so it is a solid show.
What's it on?
Netflix.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Yeah, there's like 12 episodes of it on Netflix right now. It's really good. But Animal Crossing, this is the second Animal Crossing game I played. First one was A New Leaf, which I fucking loved. I think that having it on a portable system is perfect, right?
Yes.
Yeah, no, this game definitely works better in handheld, I think.
There are certainly things that I feel like are improved in this. Like, I love the graphics. I love how everything looks a little bit fuzzier. Like, even the sweaters that you wear and things like that. Tom Nook, you can tell that they kind of look like... Yoshi's Woolly World is kind of or Yoshi's Crafted World is the closest thing I can come to the aesthetic of some of the creatures in this.
What was the yarn Kirby game?
Kirby's Epic Yarn?
Yeah, how
that
could
one.
you forget?
That's the one. Epic was the word I forgot in that title. How dare I?
Kirby's Mediocre Yarn.
Kirby's yarn thing. But yeah, this game's really good. I think I've played every like mainline Animal Crossing. I didn't play the phone one or the they made like a weird Mario Party one and a one that was just specifically about decorating rooms.
I've heard nobody liked those. Like literally no human has liked those.
Has ever had a positive thing to say.
Yeah. From every single person I've seen, like I've seen so many YouTube people who are into Animal Crossing, and they're like, "This is the worst. I hate this. We have been waiting for a real game for so long."
I heard it was mostly just due to like the gotcha mechanics of it. It just the fact that I think Nintendo, do they have like a single good mobile game like on phone?
That Fire Emblem one, I think people like.
Yeah.
From what I know, but I also only know of, like 2 internet influencer people who play it. I don't think I really ever hear people talking about it, so that might just be a confirmation bias on my part.
They like it as much as they like seeing their money go down a drain.
You know what? There's something to be said. You know those little charity money machines where you put like a quarter in the thing and it spins down the spiral forever?
Yeah,
There's something
looks
entertaining about that. It's just that, but with money, more money, lots of
imagine
more money.
that if the quarter hits a certain part on the way down, now you get a waifu picture.
Ooh, there you go.
Now I'm intrigued.
Now that's how you raise money for starving children. There you go.
What?
It's a chance to get a waifu pick, but all proceeds go to starving kids.
Yeah, that's how you do it. I will say there's one thing particular in this Animal Crossing game that I think is less fun than New Leaf, being the only other one I played, and that's the fact that all of your items have a certain durability to them. Not a huge fan of that.
Yeah.
They that didn't exist beforehand, so it was like, I think this is their way of like gamifying it in a way, like, because I'm okay with it because it felt like there's nothing to do if your shit doesn't break, because then like, okay, so your axe never breaks, you run around and you axe trees, and then what do you do? Like, they just kind of added another loop to the gameplay, and then with the expanded crafting stuff, it's like, hey, well, here's all these things you can do. And also with like Nook Miles, they're just trying to like fill it up so it's not just because if the shit didn't break, you're only playing the game for an hour a day.
Which, if I'm gonna be honest, I feel like is kind of one of the optimal ways to play the game.
Which,
Like,
I think that's true. Like, it definitely thrives on just being like a daily check-in kind of game. Me being a poop soccer no lifer, I'm cool playing this for like 6 hours. I had my house by the end of day 1. I had so many things in the fucking Blathers tent. Oh my god.
I've had this weird loop in the game where I will play for like an hour. I will do all of what I consider like my essential chores of like found my money rock, picked a couple weeds, found all the fossils and stuff. Did like the day, like the thing you can only do once a day stuff. Be like, all right, I'm done for a bit. And then inevitably, because of the world we all live in, I will go on the internet and someone will have some fun story about Animal Crossing, and I'll be like, shit, now I feel like playing Animal Crossing some more. And so I'll just turn it back on and be like, all right, I guess I'm gonna run around and just gather wood. And then I'll do that for a bit, be like, all right, I'm bored, I'll do something else. And then inevitably, another reminder of Animal Crossing will pop up, be like, you know what I should do? Turn Animal Crossing back on. And that's kind of been my nights this past week.
What's amazing to me is like this game is the perfect mobile game, like the perfect like on your phone go mobile game, but the mobile version sucks because of its money grab mechanics. The question I have is, if this game, like as it is right now, were available on your phone in the App Store or whatever is the equivalent for $60, would you have bought it there?
I would not have had the faith to buy a $60 phone game. Like, it would have taken a lot of positive word of mouth and people going, no, this is a real Animal Crossing game for me to do it. And even then, like, I think I'm kind of a weirdo where I still think phones are kind of bad for game UIs. I don't really like touchscreen games that much.
Right.
So like, I feel like I still would have been like, if I had an analog stick and buttons, maybe this would be a game.
No, I don't think you're wrong for feeling that. There's something about the inaccuracy and no like feedback when you're hitting a screen. Like hitting a button and seeing something happen is different than touching a screen.
Yes.
Right? I saw an ad earlier that fucking Apex Legends is on mobile phones. I'm like, what?
No,
How?
I can't imagine playing that on there.
Yes.
I'm bad at that on any other system. How do you expect me to do that on a phone?
I
But
feel
like, if good.
there's going to be Samsung is kind of talking about turning all their future phones into Switches, basically with like this expandable dock thing.
Wow.
Like that gives you it's like the Joy-Cons put together and then you pull them apart and it's like it expands and you just put your new Samsung Galaxy phone in there and now it's a Switch because their Switch
and
is
now you
just a
can fold it
glorified
into
phone.
quarters and you fit in your wallet.
Yeah.
The future. Have you guys seen any of those, like any of the tech demos of the folding phones or anything like that?
Yes, I wanted one until I thought about it.
Until you saw it.
I haven't seen anything for them, but I've heard they're ridiculous.
They look fucking gross and weird, and when you open them up, they have this like weird centerfold crease in the middle that never quite looks right.
And it makes a really gross like noise that if you open up a little too far, you're gonna break your screen.
It's just, it feels like it looks so, okay, it looks so first gen, so that's exactly what it is. I don't know, man. Technology is progressing, but at the same time, every time there is the first of anything, it always looks like shit.
Well, and also on the topic of like games and phones and stuff, Kirran, I know you had that one like attachment that made like a PlayStation controller of your phone. And I thought for a second, like, maybe if I had something like that and a game like this came to phones, that would be the bridge I would need. But then I'm like, but I would never put that attachment like in my pocket or something. I wouldn't take it with me. So at that point, I would probably only be playing this phone game primarily at home or something, at which case I would vastly prefer it being on a console like it is now.
Yeah. No, it's nice to have like a bag that you carry everywhere, have a little purse like me. When you have like the little attachment and shit with you, it like PSP emulation is solved on everything. Being able to just have my phone on that little dock there with any DualShock controller, that was pretty cool. But then the main problem comes up, which is battery life. Like I'm using my phone for everything.
That's true.
If I'm wasting 30% of it playing Way of the Samurai on my PSP.
And I don't care like what phone you have. Like when I got my Pixel 3, not sponsored, brand new, the battery would last for like 48 hours. Now I'm lucky if I get 6 out of it. I've only had this thing for like less than a year. Right?
Fun.
I mean, Grant, how long does your phone last on any given day?
Okay, well, I actually, my phone's pretty new. Like recent to me, it's not really a new model. So its battery actually has been pretty good. I would say it lasts through most of the day before I need to charge it.
That's surprisingly well.
Which is outside of the realm of a lot of people. But I also like basically only use my phone for like Twitter and texting people. So.
Fair enough. I do fuck around on my phone a lot. There are a surprising number of decent mobile games out there. Fucking Teamfight Tactics just dropped their mobile version, and it's solid.
That's cool. I saw that show up on there. I'm like, I don't want to get stuck on something else. I already have so many things eating my life.
It's a wise choice. It's a wise choice because I quit Hearthstone a little while ago, but now it's like, oh, Teamfight Tactics on. Fuck no.
Pokemon Go is like the only mobile game that I think I've really put any serious time to, and even then I kind of like, I have a very like, I will dip into that game, go hard for like a month or two, and then be like, what? Contact someone to go on a Pokemon raid? What am I, a psycho? And I feel like it's crazy that I'd ever do something like that. But like, assuming this whole thing blows over in a couple months, I'm sure I'll be like, hell yeah, I'm gonna gather a group of people and go to this library and catch a Reggie Ice.
Oh god, I didn't even think about that. The fact that like, cause I don't think Pokemon Go must be at an all-time low right now.
They have actually implemented a lot of stuff for staying at home.
Oh, really?
Like
Now I'm interested.
They've changed some stuff where like they've changed how spawns work, I think, because there are like a ton of Pokemon popping off when I logged in the other day. And they have a thing that you can purchase for 1 coin, which like a coin basically translates to a penny. And it gives you like 100 Pokeballs and like a couple fruit or something, I think.
Okay.
So like they're trying and you can buy, I think, an incense which will make a Pokemon appear every couple minutes, and you can buy that for a coin also. So like
that's pretty neat.
They've definitely done some stuff to try and go like, hey, we get it. You can't travel, you can't be around people, which is basically what our whole game is. So we'll try and give you a couple bones here and there, but it's still definitely a hobbled game for now.
Yeah, obviously, if you don't live next to a Pokestop, you're kind of out in the weeds.
Yeah, a little bit.
Because when I was doing my, my One Punch Man 100-day challenge, I'd go on this jogging round and be like, oh, coming up to a Pokestop, pull out the phone, keep going. But now that's not quite the option anymore. I mean, I could still go on that jog, but it'd just be depressing, and I'd feel like I'm walking through an apocalypse.
The other day I had to drive somewhere, and it like didn't occur to me until I like kind of zipped through a light that I was like, oh shit. Right now is typically rush hour, and there's like nobody.
Right? God, it is a crazy time. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this, but I am glad that it is happening in this age when we have all this digital media to keep us.
Yeah,
sated.
If something like this had happened when I was a kid, I would have lost my mind probably, because I have so many options now to entertain myself and kind of, put the rest of the world out of my mind. That if something had happened when I didn't have these kinds of things at my disposal.
Imagine it in the 1950s. Like, even your favorite radio station is shut down because nobody wants to go to the station. You're just home with people.
Although at the same time, in the 50s, would they have even realized what was happening and known to quarantine? You probably just would have been out and about and be like, gee, I hope I don't get the heavy cough. Whatever. Anyway, back to the coal mine.
Time to get my bifocals readjusted.
That's the 50s, right?
Yeah, there you go.
No, that's the 50s. They hope they don't get the dancing plague.
Yeah.
Oh, God. But yeah. Either of you guys touched Doom Eternal?
I have not played it at all yet, but it does look very neat from what I've seen.
No, not yet. I want to so bad. Like I knew the day they revealed there was an air dash and a double jump and a grappling hook that the speed run would bust it wide open, and it already has. I'm sure the speed run is insane. I've been playing the very synergistic style of play some Doom Eternal. I'm going through it on nightmare difficulty.
Okay.
The only way to do it.
Living that Pwapes life. You got to do it. And then following it up with some Animal Crossing to lower my pulse so I can sleep. Go catch some bugs with my net and try not to run into a tarantula. And then have demon flashbacks.
I love the phenomenon of these two games coming out at the same time, and like the fan bases and internet just embracing it and doing a bunch of crossover stuff with it, and like even the official companies seeming like pretty on board with the cross promoting was just like a really nice thing. And I don't think I've ever seen anything like that before.
It's I absolutely love it. One of the first things of it I saw was just this. I'm sure it was like a fan animation or a fan mod for Doom 2016 or something of Isabel sitting on top of the double-barrel shotgun, and whenever Doom Guy goes to reload, she hands him the shells, and then he pets her on the head as she's reloading it. It's adorable, and I want that in the game so bad. Just an Isabel charm sitting on the top of the gun.
Somebody did a custom. The Gzdoom is like this enormous like fan version of Doom, like a fan remake, and this person adds like followers, like these little AI buddies that follow you, and they just released an Isabel one that looks so good. She'll like throw shit at you, like, hey Doom Guy, catch, and she's like throwing items from her pocket. It's so good.
That's great. I haven't seen her in this game yet. Is she in this game? She has to be.
She is in this game. I will go ahead and tell you, but
Okay.
I won't tell where or why.
Good. I don't want to know where or why. I just like I miss my mayor's assistant.
I'm sad, and this will only be sad for me because I'm a longtime AC boy. But they took out Rover, who was the cat who would greet you at the beginning of like every game and be like, "So where are you from? What you doing? What's it like moving out? Oh man, you're so brave. Welcome to this new world." And like just being like this first friendly face you see in every game.
Oh
And he's
yeah,
not
he was
in
the
this
guy.
one.
He was the guy on the bus.
Yeah, he's not in
New
this
Leaf.
one, and it makes me sad. He's been in like all of them.
You think he could have been like on a plane as you were landing or something?
Yeah.
That would have been interesting. Huh. Yeah.
But they really wanted to kind of jump you into the story, I think. So they're like, we'll make Nook be the first guy you see on the island, or Timmy and Tommy.
Everybody knows Tommy Nook. No, not Tom. Tommy.
He's different.
That confused the hell out of me. I'm like, oh, did Tom get a twin? Wait,
It
no, I
fucked me
kinda
up that they're
remember
not
them.
blood related.
Right? I thought they'd be his boys.
They're just also raccoons.
That's impossible. Little children, little human monsters. Okay, they're all related. If a
This-
human. Side note: an anatomical model looks like a real human.
Yes, it does.
Are we animals?
Oh, I mean, yes, by
Okay.
Kingdom. So,
Okay.
like,
Are we the animals?
What I want to
Crossing.
know is, one, do any of the animals in my town eat the bugs I'm catching?
oh.
Or like, and fish there is definitely a character who canonically eats fish. We see him do it. Like there, at least in the first game, there was a guy who judged the fishing contest, and the way he judged your fish was eat it. But yeah,
Best way to judge my fugu, I'll be honest.
I'm curious which of my villagers like see me catching a grasshopper or something, go like, oh, eat that, and then I hand it over to the museum, and they're just pissed.
They're at the cage in the museum, just staring, drooling. Oh,
Speaking of, I don't know if either of you guys have unlocked the museum yet.
Oop, hold on, getting some connection issues
it's
here.
so good.
Oh,
Yeah, sorry, you guys were blurring in and out there for me for a sec. Let me see if I can figure out what was. Keep talking for a sec.
Hey, the museum though looks super fresh, super fine.
All right, cool. That should be good. Sorry about that.
Okay, but I was saying the museum looks incredible in this game. It is maybe the most like amazing museum I've ever seen in a video game. Like all of the exhibits and stuff are actually fascinating to just kind of walk through and look at. And the fossil area is so cool.
I
'cause
love it.
There's like these little lines going across, like around the floor, and if you follow them, at the very end of the fossil exhibit is this lineup of all the different kind of animals that can end up in your village, and it shows like their evolutionary path from different fossils in the museum that they would be like distantly related to. It's like this crazy road of evolution that you can follow to see where things got, and it just looks incredible, and I highly recommend once you build it, don't be like me and not go inside because you're like, I got all these trees to chop. Like actually walk through it and check it out for a second.
It'll be a little barren with nothing on the shelves. Or,
That's true,
few things there, but it's still like it is really. Oh man, it's really pretty, and just the ambience of it all is really interesting. I've never seen a museum like that in a game before.
I'm very excited because if you made like a quick walkthrough of my town right now, it's currently tented over, so I think I get my museum tomorrow.
Ah.
Nice, yeah, you'll get it tomorrow.
Yeah. Also, I see you guys. Did you guys do the same thing I did, where you started up the game and you just sold all of the shit that you started with and just foraged for whatever you could wear?
Oh, I've had a few people send me a few things as well, which was really nice. But man, I sold everything as soon as I got there. I'll need this. I'll need that. Get out of here.
I found a cardigan and I equipped it, and I didn't realize this, but when you equip a cardigan, it takes your pants off for you. Like
Forces you to get comfy.
Yeah, I am full cash right now. This is the third Talkcast Podshow I've done without pants.
Wow.
On the camera angle,
I know, right?
Oh.
It's perfect. it's a black void, like
What the
like in real
shadows
life.
hide.
Oh, if you buy the Blu-ray of the pod show, you'll see everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Just get the Blu-ray.
Did you know that you
4K
can
HD.
poop in this game? It is a
I
thing you
heard
can
that and I
actually do.
believe it to be a lie.
No, I did it this morning. It's totally real. So when you eat fruit
I mean,
in
I
this
do it every
game-
morning too, but
So when you eat fruit in this game, it actually has an effect now, where you can eat up to 10 fruit, I think, and with that you can dig up whole trees. You can break rocks with your shovel. Like you just have like multiple things. But if you don't want to do that and want to get rid of it without doing any of that stuff, if you have a toilet item somewhere, you just sit on it and the number counts down and a little text bubble comes up that says, "Well, I did my business," and you hop off, and now you don't have those power-ups anymore.
It sucked because I didn't know what eating the fruit did on the first day.
Me
so
neither.
I ate all of them, and then I was like, oh, I need iron nuggets. But wait, if I use my axe, I'm going to break this rock. And I didn't want to break all my fucking rocks on the first day. So I was like, how do I poop? How do I get rid of this?
yeah, what happens to the poor schmuck that accidentally breaks all the rocks on their island? Like, do they come back?
The rocks do respawn, but it's
Oh,
one a
okay.
day, so it would take a while.
And I think they're in different spots, too. So they
Yes.
might be at a spot that you couldn't get on day 2 if you don't have the vaulting pole.
That's true. Actually, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, the layout of my island, I didn't realize that you didn't start with the vaulting pole. Because I was like, ooh, this island looks really cool. I want to build a house on, maybe that little outcropping of grass in the upper east side, or maybe in the center island. That'd be really cool. And it's like, oh, hey, yeah, you're stuck here. Oh. So yeah, I was stuck to like a quarter of my island for the first full day of play.
Same. I was
Yeah,
like, oh, I want a lot of rivers. Yeah, yeah, no, it's fine.
I saw a little
good.
pond on a mountain on my thing, and I was like, that's where I want to build my house. That's where I'm going to go. And then I start, and I'm like, I won't be able to get there for weeks. No.
Luckily, I do hear that you're able to move your house at some point. It just costs a lot of money or something.
Probably. That
It sounds
about
like you
right.
can move everything from what I've heard, which is
Yeah,
which
it
is
sounded-
cool.
I
Sounded
can't just
like
Hulk
plenty of
lift
you
my
can-
house, though. I'm not like Ed from Ed, Ed, and Eddie.
If you eat 10 cherries, maybe you could do it.
Yeah, all 10. You
There
can
we go.
Put it in your
Eat
pocket.
all 10 of my cherries and maybe a couple of other fruits along with it, and I'm all of it. Oh, we need spinach. Popeye it. There you go.
Yeah.
Where are my spinach trees?
So I've been spreading out my town a little bit, and I'm starting to wonder if I should have done that. And I'm wondering if it would be more fun to have like a little neighborhood of animals all concentrated in one spot, and then kind of like a wild island on the rest of it, or just scattered kind of camping sites or something.
Oh, that would have been cool.
Yeah.
Fuck.
But yeah, I don't know. Like this game is. I mean, obviously, I'm still starting it, still just getting into it. As it seems like Grant, you said you started day 1. Kieran, did you also start day 1?
I was day 2.
Okay, so Grant, you're probably the furthest in. So
Probably.
you have the most experience with Animal Crossing.
Very likely.
Actually, that's entirely true because you already admitted that you've played all of them.
I would say so, and if you're looking for my opinion on this game in particular, I definitely do think that this is probably the best one yet. I am sort of half and half on the equipment breaking. I'm not crazy about that, but I do think Kieran's right that it adds a layer to the loop that's sort of crucial. So I don't know if I'd necessarily be like change that system entirely, but I do kind of wish there was at least like a meter or something to let me know something was about to break so I could prep for it or something like that.
Yeah, some sort of visual cue.
Yeah, there's that. There are a couple like really minor things like UI stuff that I would change. But
Yeah, same.
otherwise I think like a lot of this is kind of really well executed. Like it's almost perfect in a lot of ways.
Is definitely the calming, like, is definitely a calming Zen game that is needed in times like these.
Oh, for sure.
It was
Especially
nice
when,
to be able to have people come over to your island, even
Yeah.
if the cutscene of the plane landing takes like a minute. But having everybody there, just goof off for a bit. I'm not huge on social games like that, but it was still really fun. I was like, oh, this is really cute. I needed this.
It's cute just having something like that. Kieran, you stream this game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you like to let the people know where you do that if they want to join in?
Oh man, a plug.
plug.
Twitch.tv/yourmoonstone. I've been streaming as much of it as I can. I just think I started one at like 1 a.m. It's like, hey, let's do it. Let's get this bread.
I was initially planning on streaming it, and then I was like too excited to start it, and I was like, I'm in no position to stream right now, but I need to start this game. And now I've been like, I want to get to a good starting point for streaming, so I'm gonna wait for this thing to open, and then like the next day is like such and such is closed or someone's moving in, so I'm like, all right, I'll wait till they move in, then I'll stream. And now I just need to actually just do it.
There is no good time.
That's the process of Animal Crossing. Life is constantly going.
It's always changing. Everything is always different. Grant, when you do start streaming it, where might they be able to find you in doing so?
Oh man, that'd be twitch.tv/MasterWGS. It's a mouthful. Try to not say it to people.
It truly is. Yeah, I've been switching between this and Doom, so there's a
Oh, nice.
it's a nice dichotomy we got going on twitch.tv/Lanipator. There we go. We got all the plugs in there.
Boom.
This is a strong game for a time where it is very much needed. How else have you guys been spending your time these days with Kirran, you've been working on game stuff and
Yeah.
How's that going?
Man, designing a card game is so fucking hard by yourself because it's just a spreadsheet and numbers. I mean, that's what like every game is if you break it down. It's just a spreadsheet with numbers.
lots of math and physics.
And goddamn, I hate math. So it's just like, but it's been a lot of trial and error, and I would have stopped by now if it's something I didn't really want to do. So it's a labor of love at this point, but I was like, fuck it, doing all this card shit is stressing me out. I'm gonna run to because I want to have platforming in it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like at least like just running around, jumping on shit. So I jumped into Unity for the first time in like, I don't know, probably 6 months, like actually going back to Unity and just being able to go in there and whip up a little capsule controller that can jump around and run and shit within like 2 hours was like, oh my God, I can do it. It's happening. Now you can like play things.
It's like playing with 3D Movie Maker for the first time when you were a kid or something.
Dude, I spent so much time on Microsoft Kids Movie Maker.
Right?
I love that shit. So it's been it's been nice getting that like going along in a different direction. It's like when you work on a project that's so big in that sense, it's like, even if you're doing like, an abridged episode and having to make everything come together, if you're spending so long like scripting shit, it's nice to be able to go like, okay, well, we have this part done. I'm just going to go ahead and like grab visuals for a bit. I'm going to do some other aspect of it instead of trying to do like the one thing that's tripping you up over and over. Like if you have a multifaceted project, like it was refreshing to be able to just do something different and feel like, yeah, no, I know what I'm doing. I hate this other part, but I can get this shit okay.
Yeah, just jumping around in the process. I can just imagine you standing in front of a whiteboard, writing down a bunch of numbers. I need to make this mathematically fun. What is the fun equation?
It's not I wish I had a whiteboard, and it's just a giant Google spreadsheet, and man, shit's a nightmare.
Been taking any breaks to like watch anything or play anything else?
Been doing Animal Crossing. A lot of fighters actually.
Yeah.
I've been getting back into that with season 3 changing up, and I'm feeling good. My team doesn't care what you're playing, and I've made so many people rage quit, and it makes me feel like that's when you know you're doing something right.
What's your team?
Ginyu, Vegito, GT Goku. And Vegito's C assist is the most annoying shit.
I hate all three of those.
Dear rat boy.
It's so fun though. I've got a combo into body change. I get it on people, they instantly drop. Like, hell yeah.
That's awesome. Oh man, that you can combo into body change now? Because that used to be something that was like impossible to do, right?
You could, I think there was like one assist or like one or two that you could combo into it. It was just really tough, but all the C assists now, they all do the same thing where like they hit you and then they knock you down. So you just have them knock them down into Goldo and then there you go, body change.
Nice.
Yeah, it's really fun, and the game just feels a lot better. I feel like somebody was like Rising Stars, maybe. I don't know. I might want to revisit something with it because I've been having a ton of fun with it.
I've been debating getting back into it too because I haven't played since basically the last time we were at San Japan when we were doing like just hanging out in the room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute for me. There have been, I don't know, 6 characters since then.
Something like that.
And it's really like the characters are huge, but really it is like all the system changes and the assists, like all those, they make it practically a different game. It's a lot of fun, and I mean, you can get away with a lot of dumb shit. Don't feel like you have to be labbing for 20 hours. This guy beat me like 3 times just mashing Bardock, and I was like, fuck this.
I remember we were playing fucking like Mortal Kombat in that room, and you were just beating me to death with oh god, the big guy.
Was it time?
It was the dude that has like the little dude on his back, Master Blaster. I can't remember his name.
Oh jeez, I know who you're talking about, but I don't remember their name.
Yeah,
I'm trying to remember.
Kieran Tor or something like that. I can't
was
remember.
that in 10?
That was in 10. I don't. That was in the one before this one.
Oh,
Either way,
yeah.
It was whatever this game's
It's the
equivalent
master-
of Bane was, and you were just kicking my ass with auto combo, and it was pissing me off.
I think that was time, dude, because that's who Kirran was messing with the last, I think
I
one or two
still
times
haven't
you
lost
played.
an MK11. I've never touched that game. I'm willing to play it, and Time Dude is broken.
He was like top tier for a while.
I'm not surprised. He seems so good.
That's fantastic. I don't know. I'm admittedly pretty shit at fighting games, except for the first day they come out. The first day they come out, I'm pretty good. I'm pretty all right because I can pick up the system pretty quick.
That
but
tells
once
me
people
you've got
practice
the.
it,
That tells me you've got the instincts. You just need the discipline.
yeah, I have 0 discipline. I statted high in instinct. There you go.
My
that can
defense
get
is
you
terrible.
far though. Like that, you know, being able to really what the game comes down to is like that first day is the mind game day. Like nobody knows what they're doing. I think you're gonna do this, or I'm just gonna do this, and you have to figure out how to beat it. And then there's this giant gap where everybody's like, okay, we're gonna figure our shit out. Now we got combos. Then you get back to the point where I know everybody's combos. I know what you're gonna do, and we're just gonna do it again. And it's just like day one.
Yeah, it's that second level of meta that I can't cross. It's like, I don't have the time to sit down and learn these combos and figure that stuff out, so that's where I drop off hard
I
in fighting
spent
games.
8 hours on a Ginyu combo. I think you are better off spending your time elsewhere.
I would
spent
agree.
dozens of hours on a Marvel Infinite Mega Man X combo that no one will ever see because no one plays that game anymore, and I can only get it to work maybe 2% of the time.
Hey.
But that 2% of the time is really impressive.
But it looks so cool. I combo into my level 3 and I shoot you with these ice spikes that deflect off the corners of the screen. It's so rad. I wish
Infinite's
people
such
liked that game.
Infinite is such a good game, man.
I remember it being really fun, but it just like it was not what I was anticipating it being, and then Fighters came out, and that is what I wanted Marvel Infinite to be.
No, Fighters came out at like the perfect time to just destroy
Eat
that
all
game.
that lunch.
Yeah.
Yup. Because it was the Marvel formula. It's that 3v3, very fast, combo-intensive
I can.
tag fighting game. Yeah.
Yeah. I want to see just giant beams fill the screen, and what's a better property than Dragon Ball? Like, they were done when that showed up.
I don't know if there could be a better Dragon Ball game at this point. Like, that Fighters is so solid.
For just pure gameplay, yeah, I don't think a Dragon Ball game has played better than that. And it's, you know, when you give it to somebody who knows what they're doing, because they were already doing an Extreme Butoden on the DS, and that was great. I'm happy they got to do another one.
Yeah, I never got a chance to try Extreme Butoden.
They had a crossover with the Japanese One Piece game that they also made, so you could have like a One Piece Dragon Ball competent fighting game, but you need 2 games that are Japanese 3DSs. But it was really cool.
That's so sad. So you wouldn't even need Mugen to have Vegeta fight Zoro.
Yeah. I really want them to do a jump-styled game like Fighters.
Oh, that'd be so
Just
cool
2 characters
that-
per franchise. Go nuts.
Just not that just isn't Jump Ultimate Stars or whatever the last one that came out. Jump Force, that one. Jump Force, that was it. That was,
I liked it for a day.
It had the potential to be that toy box like game, but it just didn't meet the execution. Everything just looked a little too ugly.
The looks, I said it before, everyone looks gloist. That is the word. They are glistening and moist. And Toguro looks, oh god, you can
Oh
smell
god.
him.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
the
pretty rough.
biggest problem is like because they're trying to match all of the art styles but none of the art styles fit together, so it's just, let's just make them all worse.
Just embrace it, games. Characters can have weirdly diverging designs when you're doing a big crossover.
Hold on, I need this bee.
Okay.
I don't have a bee yet. Hell yeah.
There we go. Hold on, that was a very impressive catch.
Thank you.
The only way I can stop clapping is if I move.
And there's some peaches for you.
Oh, thank you.
But yeah, I don't get why these companies that could have crazy crossover games, like I don't understand why something like Disney Infinity, Jump Force, like just stuff where they're combining a bunch of things, why they don't go, let's pool a lot of resources in here because this will probably cast the widest net. We're not just getting Dragon Ball fans, we're getting all of we're getting like the One Piece fans and all of the, many other Jump properties.
Yeah.
Like it seems like that's where, and I know Disney Infinity probably cost a ton with all of the toy production it had, but like just any sort of crossover game, it boggles my mind when it seems like there are a lot of weird gameplay decisions or
yeah, like how can you fuck that up?
Things like it's like this seems like a thing that should be that almost writes itself, and it doesn't turn out that way. And I'm not a game designer, so I'm sure that there's lots of I know there's tons of hard work put into these games, even if they don't turn out great. But
but a ton of it is just the idea that they know it'll cast the widest net, so who cares? Like that is
that's
usually
true.
the back end of just we know people are going to buy it anyway, so just get it done and out fast because all the money will come in, and the cheaper we can make it, then now it's a quadruple our profit of expected return. It's just man.
Thinking specifically of Disney Infinity, I remember we streamed that like the first day it came out, and it's a charming little toy box game. It's exactly what it is. It's fun. It's super casual, but it could have been so much more. It could have been like a Lego game that had like all these little stories based around the worlds that you could travel to if you buy the characters. And
Lego
the play sets or
Dimensions
whatever.
is the best one.
Lego Dimensions is like, and that blows my mind because I didn't even think about it until you brought it up and started showing it to me, because I feel like nobody talked about it when it came out. But like, it is the only thing I've ever seen do the crossover thing right and feel like everything actually is dipping its fingers into every other thing and feeling like it's actually there with some form of impact, instead of Disney Infinity, which was like, well, everything's walled off, nothing's allowed to really interact with each other, or Jump Force plays like hot garbage. Like,
Disney Infinity, the only thing you could do is you could have like characters playing in a hub world together. Like we had Mr. Incredible punching getting the shit kicked out of him by Rapunzel. There's some charm there to that.
But it's specifically like situations you set up. There is no
you can't have they have this whole mini New York for all the Marvel stuff. I can't have Darth Vader in New York.
Yeah, that's the worst part.
That.
You can't have them on each other's playsets, but it's like, these are my toys, damn it, let me play with them.
Whereas, Lego Dimensions is over here, Gollum shows up in Sonic's world thinking that all the rings are just all one ring. He's freaking out.
Yeah, like stuff like that's so good. And like that,
yeah.
So many things could have made fun like that, and they don't, and it makes me sad, because that's always my favorite shit. Like, I'm a sucker for a crossover that I didn't expect. And like, there's so many opportunities there that just seem wasted on games where they're like, we have all this stuff in here, but at no point are these things going to ever identify or acknowledge each other.
And I don't know, when we played like that one session of Jump Force with Hurdy D Gurdy, I just could not get into it at all.
It plays like Tenkaichi 3. It's the same development team, I think, like pretty much the same guys from what I remember. And yeah, somebody that played that game a shit ton, I understand it, but it is not intuitive at all, the way things work.
Especially because in Tenkaichi 3 you have like the flying mechanic, but in this it's just everybody's walking like they're a tank on the ground.
And then everyone can kind of fly if you do the launch attack, and then you hit the direction when they go a certain way, and they kind of just slide in the air. It's so weird. It is not.
It's a weird floaty game. It feels chunky, and you're right, all the characters look gloist.
They do. I don't like it. Get away. I can taste your musk.
Back to a good game. What fruits did you guys start with on your Animal Crossing islands?
Pears for me, which ironically of the fruit available is probably the one I've consumed the least.
Pears are pretty good. I like pears.
Pears are good.
I don't have a problem with them. I just think I've maybe had one in my life.
There's that I will not deny, like, if you're walking through a produce section and you see a nice delicious red apple next to a kind of weird crumbly looking pear, you're usually gonna go for that apple.
It's been like at least a decade and a half since I last ate a pear, but all I remember from it is going like, this feels like kind of a mushy apple.
It's like a mild apple rather than spicy apples.
Yes.
That's
boneless apple.
There you go.
I started with millions of peaches.
You got butt trees.
Yeah, I got the butt trees. Which
I appreciate you dropping some butt trees here, or dropping some butts for me so I can plant some butt trees.
Yeah, no worries. Just make sure you don't lick them.
I will do my best not to. I got cherries, so feel free to help yourself to some cherries on your tour of Lanimania.
I think I have like a cherry tree, so I'll probably steal a couple. My brother had cherries, but he had picked all of his when I visited this town.
Man, I don't think I've ever eaten just a raw cherry ever. Well, I've
had them on Sundays. That's
yeah, exactly. I've only had them with ice cream.
Those are those like candied cherries that aren't really cherries.
No, but
they're usually my favorite artificial flavor, if I'm being honest.
Yeah?
Normally, if it's like, hey, we got popsicles, which one do you want? I will tend to go like, do you have a cherry? I'll take that one.
I'm a little... Oh, yeah, good.
Yeah, what would yours be, Kirran, out of curiosity? What's your artificial flavor of choice?
Top two, easy. Strawberry banana. So many things are strawberry banana when you put them together. And it's so good. No. I'm allergic to bananas and strawberries very slightly. They make my mouth tingle, so it's nice to have that flavor.
So you get it. You get it and you get to have it.
Yeah.
I was that weird kid, because I like really citrus flavors. I would go for the lime flavored stuff.
Okay.
What?
Yeah.
I had a friend.
Key lime
pie.
lime stuff. Yeah, key lime pies, probably my favorite desserts.
I mean, it's pretty good.
Yeah. I love like lime popsicles. I think those are refreshing as hell. And I got really, really, really sad when Skittles betrayed me.
Oh, and they changed
sour apple, right?
They switched from lime to sour apple, and I didn't know this. And one day I just bought some Skittles. I'm like, ooh, the green ones. What the fuck?
You're a liar!
How dare you? Skittles broke my damn heart, man.
Oh, speaking of broken hearts, so like a month ago, I was at the grocery store, and just everybody was like, "Hey, we want ice cream." So I was looking for ice cream. Mm-hmm. Sour Patch Kids ice cream is a thing that you can purchase from a store. Okay, I was like, how the fuck is this gonna taste? Is it gonna be little Sour Patch Kids? That was the biggest regret I've ever had.
Oh no!
It is the most betrayed I've ever felt. Because you think you get it, right? Okay, you have vanilla ice cream and like a little Sour Patch tart flavor.
That seems like it would not mix well.
And like already
vanilla
I'm like,
vanilla and tart. That sounds fine.
But then I have it and I'm like, you kind of get that dreamsicle vibe for a sec, right?
Okay.
Where it's like, ooh, yeah, okay, we got little tart citrusy going on, and with the vanilla, pretty good. Then the second you're done. It's like the opposite. They're sweet and then they're sour.
So like sourness overcomes your mouth,
and it feels like you're just eating sour milk. Oh god, fuck this.
Oh
my stomach hurt. Just fuck that, man. They have cereal too. Fuck you, Sour Patch.
Sour Patch cereal?
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
I've heard of it. I have not consumed it.
Just take the fucking candy and pour it into a bowl with milk.
Speaking of weird cereals, I will tell you of my extensive research over this social distancing. Cookie Crisp is different than the Chips Ahoy cereal. They are distinctly different cookie cereals.
How is it different?
I'm gonna go ahead and say Chips Ahoy probably has the edge, even though I think nostalgia tells, or not Chips. Even though nostalgia tells me Cookie Crisp is like it's more familiar, but Cookie Crisp is like really just like little discs of sugar with fake chocolate on them, and I think the Chips Ahoy cereal is like actual kind of chocolate chip cookie pieces. So
Okay.
Definitely not part of a balanced breakfast on either end, but if you're gonna get a better quality cookie cereal, I would say the Chips Ahoy is the route to go.
I've
It's
been
balanced. You just eat a bunch of healthy shit to offset it, you know?
Yeah, just eat a stick of celery with it.
No, yeah, I put my Chips Ahoy in my broccoli like an adult.
There you go. I've been cereal I've been eating most recently is this Cheerios Oat Crunch stuff. It's like
Dude,
the
I love
cinnamon
that stuff.
Yeah, the
That stuff's
cinnamon
great.
one specifically.
Yeah.
Really good.
That's good.
And on a cereal offshoot note here, I was going through back when the grocery stores had shit. I was walking through and there has been this there's always been different types of milk, almond milk, cashew milk, soy milk,
Goat.
actual fucking milk. But one that had been popping up recently that I got really confused by was oat milk. Have you guys seen that or tried it?
I've seen it. I haven't tried it yet.
I bought it out of curiosity, and it tastes like watery Cheerios cereal milk. It's honestly better than I make it sound, but it's pretty accurate.
Well, hold on. Okay. Gun to your head. Do you drink the milk after cereal? Yes, no.
Oh, absolutely. What, you don't drink cereal milk?
No! That's nasty! What? Am I being accosted?
I'm
No.
gonna say I do think you're the strange one here.
I'm sitting up
Explain
here.
yourself.
I hate you. That's disgusting. It is the filmiest, tongue-coatiest, grossest shit.
It's
Okay.
It's
all right.
cereal,
Well, the
it's
chat is
cereal
now
broth.
is crucifying me. So whatever. I'll die on my clean tongue.
Yeah,
Cereal broth is maybe the worst thing I've ever read. Thank you, chat.
It's so gross. No. Okay. Fine. I hate this.
I mean, I'm a real psycho in that I tend to eat my cereal dry. I rarely put milk in it.
Oh my God, you are a psycho. I can't believe I lived with you.
that is a different level, man.
I like just handfuls of cereal. I'm sorry, but
Were you one of those kids where for snack time at school you'd have the bag of Cheerios or bag
yes,
of whatever cereal? Okay.
Hell yeah! I'd be
That-
like, all right,
that actually
it's time for
explains
some
this.
Fruit Loops, motherfucker.
That actually explains this a bit more.
But yeah, the thing is, when I do put milk in my cereal, admittedly, it's been cereals that I think complement with milk really well, which theoretically should be every cereal you're putting milk in. But the truly dangerous is when you put milk in with Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and it becomes this gray sludge that you're like,
that mushy-
I know this is bad for me. Let's scoop it on in here.
It's like when you're drinking the bottom of the ice cream thing. It's I know this isn't right, but
But I gotta
just
use the
need
whole
the sugar.
buffalo, damn it!
you're eating the shell of your taco salad.
Oh, that's yes.
Eating your Panera bread bowl. Oh man, I don't know. I never liked fruit cereal when I was a kid. For whatever reason, the fruit and milk just did not go together well with me.
I was a Trix and Fruity Pebbles monster. I loved it.
Maybe that's why you don't like cereal broth.
I'm not crazy
Yeah,
about
it's really nasty. That's just so gross.
the only chocolate cereal I think I've ever liked is the Reese's Puffs stuff.
You weren't a Count Chocula kid?
I don't really like Count Chocula. Never really liked Cocoa Puffs. Was never a. If I was gonna get Pebbles, it had to be fruit Pebbles. Cocoa Pebbles were for crazy people.
I will say that I liked Cocoa Krispies significantly more than Cocoa Pebbles. Because Cocoa Pebbles, the problem with the Flintstones Pebble brand cereal is it gets mushy way too quick because they're wafer thin.
You gotta eat it in 3 minutes.
Yeah, you gotta just fucking go.
It's a race against time on that one.
I know my cousin would be a monster and mix cocoa and fruity.
Oh,
Nah, that seems like a really bad.
that's like dumping
blend.
M&Ms in in a Skittles bowl. Good
You'll
Skittles. not-
drink cereal milk, but you won't try that. That's
Yes, I absolutely will. I will.
aren't crossed, Kirran.
I will put my cereal in a fucking sieve and pour a gallon of milk into another jug and drink that before I stick my hand in a Skittles and M&M bowl.
Oh boy. I've never tried that, but now I want to.
I figured out how I can frown in Animal Crossing, and I'm doing it to show my displeasure at this conversation.
On my screen, it still looks like you're smiling.
Oh, does it? Oh,
Yeah,
man.
you look happy as hell.
Well, for me, when if you do
This is how you frown. You do one of these.
Just turn away.
Yeah, I can't take this anymore.
There you go.
I'm looking at the ocean.
Well, this has been the Talkcast Podshow there. What's your favorite type of cereal broth? Let us know. Feel free to hit us up on any of our individual Twitches. We hope you're staying safe and comfortable in these trying times, and we hope you're enjoying your own private island in Animal Crossing. Have a good evening, everybody. Peace out.